Yes, it's a really growing topic right now, Shane, for the SBOM, especially for dependencies or open source, whatever you call about it. I think let's define what the software bill of materials means. It's basically all the software components, that is including open source, including any type of dependency in the application that we are using it, and make them as visible, make them as traceable throughout the life cycle. When we say like a traceable, it's basically we have to know what other components are we are using it, what the versions are we are using it, where we are using it. That's actually a couple of things, like what the version that we have it, and where we are using that libraries in which context, like maybe a server, maybe some of the development, maybe some of them is a build package, some of them is runtime package. If we know that where it is we are using it, so we can be ready for any type of incident, any type of vulnerabilities, it's becoming for specific vulnerability for that libraries. Because if you don't know where it is, if something happens for a specific libraries, if you don't know what we have in our infrastructure or the build process or environment, it's very difficult to find that and patch that because we are racing against the time. And like there's a concept of the 0 day, even though the vulnerabilities exist, like identified older in the community, as an organization, if you don't patch that vulnerability timely, that given application, it is going to be a 0 day still for us. So we have to be very effective with that. How can we do this effectiveness? It's really a good software delivery environment, such as doing a good DevSecOps end-to-end, will help us identify those vulnerabilities, identify this type of libraries easily, or we can keep track that libraries throughout the life cycle. We can go and patch that. I know we're going to discuss most likely, I'm guessing it, because this is going to continue. I think we're going to see how we can build up SBOM as part of continuous integration. How can we build up the SBOM using a single source software as an example? How can we connect the dots? So once we go to the further dive into the question, I will come back again and answer that specifically. Overall, using a good practices and end-to-end life cycle with DevOps component will definitely help us to speed up and be aware for any type of vulnerable, any type of the med dependent we are using in life cycle.